Will everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Gentlemen, please remove your hats. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Everyone please be seated.
Good evening. Welcome to Central High School's 116th commencement ceremony for the class of 2023. On behalf of my fellow graduates, I'd like to welcome our faculty, staff, parents, and anyone else who has supported us in our high school journey. I would also like to welcome our dignitaries and district representatives. From the Hamilton County Department of Education, Dr. Sonia Stewart, our Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Chip Dale, Harrison Bay Learning Community Superintendent, Dr. Marsha Drake, Chief Equity Officer. From the Hamilton County Board of Education, I'd like to welcome Mr. Gary King. From the Hamilton County Commissions Board, I would like to welcome Mr. Jeff Eversole and Dr. Steve Highlander. I would also like to welcome our Senator, Mr. Bo Watson. Thank you.
Good evening, class of 2023, family and friends. Although this may sound cliche, we made it. I would like to thank each person who made it possible for me to walk this stage today and give special thanks to my mother, who helped me through every step of the way, making sacrifices even though she was doing it on her own. I would also like to give special thanks to my Heavenly Father, who guided me through the things that I couldn't see. I think I can speak for the majority of us when I say that this year wasn't an easy walk in the park. From the early mornings to the late night studies. I know that there were multiple times I would have to stay up to get an assignment turned in by 11:59. But as a class, we made it. We helped each other throughout this year and supported one another. Always beside me, my first friend, my twin brother, Xavier. He congratulated me on all of my accomplishments, and we were able to support each other when we felt like we didn't have any. I had my best friend, Sydney, who made sure I continued to focus in every class, and I was able to do the same for her. And my best friend, Destiny, who I met at the beginning of this school year, who helped me through personal things, who was always there to give me a laugh or hug whenever I needed it. And I'm thankful for my countless other friends who supported me through thick and thin. As a class, we show support through things such as sporting events and award ceremonies. When we saw that someone needed help, we were there to extend that assistance. As the year got close to an end, I know that some of us struggled to stay focused because we knew graduation was right around the corner. But we had the ambition and drive to walk this stage tonight, so we kept enduring. We had a bumpy first 2 years of high school, but we made it. As a class representative, I would like to thank everyone for making my senior year great. I would also like to say congratulations and well done to the graduating class of 2023. I wish you all the best in whatever path you choose to take. I leave you with this quote by Booker T. Washington. Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has been taught in life, but by the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed. Thank you.
Good evening, and thank you to all of the parents, friends, and family who are here to help us celebrate this amazing accomplishment. I would like to take a moment to thank everyone that has helped me get me to where I am today, whether that was encouraging me through the challenges I faced or correcting some of my many grammar mistakes. We're here today, though, for the next step in the journey of life. For some of us, that is going to college or getting a job. We all have something in store for the future, but right now, it is time to remember and reflect. This is the time to think about how much work we put into our diplomas. Maybe that was staying up late at night to finish that final assignment we were putting off until 11:59, or getting a couple friends together to figure out even how to start the assignment. This is the time to remember the tug of wars at pep rallies, last-second plays at sporting events, and suffering through at least a few classes throughout the years. Another thing to remember, though, is not just the memories we've made as the class of 2023, but to remember the teachers that helped us get us through our high school experience. I've had Mr. Parsons for all 4 years of high school, and every time he strived to push me, not just in school academically, but to be a better person overall in society. Mrs. Jones and Miss Howe, well, they both taught me English, and they showed me how to truly enjoy the subject, even though I didn't understand it all the time. Even though I wouldn't laugh every time, I did always enjoy listening to Mr. Potter's daily dad jokes and facts during his class. Mrs. Cottrell and Mr. Brittingham, I've always enjoyed your classes, whether that was making different colored flames or drawing on our desks while learning how to properly label an animal cell. Mr. Archer and Mr. Singleton, they both pushed me musically and taught me the importance of band through the hard work we've done these last 4 years. Mrs. Pierce and Miss Thornhill, thank you for always giving me advice and supporting everyone, no matter how big or small our issues were. Lastly, Mr. Seals. He is a teacher who taught me how to truly appreciate the importance and the excitement history can bring. So students, can we please give a round of applause and remember the teachers, counselors, and coaches that help make every day a little bit more enjoyable. We made history.
I love you guys. I can't believe I'm here. Wow. Anyways, good evening, everyone. Good evening, family, staff, and students. I am Seth Young, salutatorian for Central's class of 2023. I love you too. Allow me to take you on a quick tour throughout history. Mr. Seals should appreciate this one. In the year 324 BC, Alexander the Great had the privilege of speaking to the Macedonians at the Opus Mutiny. In 1775, Patrick Henry had the privilege of speaking to his fellow delegates whenever he said the famous line, "Give me liberty or give me death." And just 60 years ago, Dr. King had the privilege of speaking to his fellow protesters at the March on Washington. Tonight, I have the privilege of speaking to all of you. Now, I know it might sound weird comparing me to these famous historical figures, but tonight is every bit as important to me as any of those events. Standing before these students today, I'm reminded that I could not have asked for a better crowd to speak to. In all honesty, this notion can't be said enough. Not only have we grown up, but truly, we have grown internally. We have grown as human beings. We learn to forge new friendships. We learn to cultivate our love. We learn to explore the world and the holistic complexities it has to offer. And perhaps, most importantly, we learned how to think. I'm sorry. And through all of this, we've been side by side, unwavering in our devotion to one another. It wasn't easy, of course. I mean, we all knew that. Our generation has faced, is facing, and will continue to face turmoil unknown to us. No doubt, a shadow of uncertainty follows these unprecedented times. However, be still. Be strong, as you have proven to be in the past. I have the fullest confidence that our time, throughout elementary, middle, and high school, has prepared us for the adversities to be endured. If you ever feel as though the storm is too great, I ask you to think back to your first day of kindergarten. Compare it to this moment. Think back to your first day of 6th grade. Compare it to this moment. Think of your first day as a freshman, almost 4 years ago, and compare it to this moment. You have matured beyond expectation. Just imagine how much more your maturity will flourish in the years to come. Take me for example. Does anyone remember me as a freshman? Teachers, do you remember that young man? I do. I remember very vividly, for better or for worse. I remember that I didn't have a clue about what I was doing. I remember being a flamboyant mess, aimless in all my endeavors. My desire to achieve was nearly as consistent as my sleep schedule. I remember feeling lost, like my life was just a drop in this deep ocean I couldn't understand. But with time, with reflection, with counsel, with a look of determination and a spark of faith, I was able to change. I learned to embrace where I was instead of dreaming of where I wasn't. And now I'm here. I get to stand here with all gratitude and say these things to you with a passion I never knew I had as a freshman. Of course, I still have a lot of work to do. I mean, everyone does. But the point is, never underestimate what you can do. You are more than what you realize. God only knows how far your potential reaches. To my teachers, I give all my thanks. You have played such a pivotal role in my life. Every last one of you. Know that I consider you as loved ones. Even you, Mr. Parsons. To my family, I say thank you for your never-ending encouragement. Your warmth means the world to me, and I know I'll carry it close to my heart for the rest of my days. To my friends, I say thank you for keeping me sane through all of this, for uplifting me, and for just giving me a smile when I needed one. And I need it. I love you too. Now, I think the most fitting way to close would be with these words by the great Calvin Coolidge. It's good, I promise. Quote, "Nothing in this world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. The slogan, 'Press on,' has solved and always will solve the problems of the human race." So, my friends, I ask you to remember these words as this page turns. Thank you.
In my favorite movie, The Sound of Music, Maria has to leave everything she has ever known to be a governess to 7 children. She sings a song on her way to the Von Trapp house, in which she sings, "I've always longed for adventure, to do the things I've never dared. Now here I am facing adventure. Then why am I so scared?" I think that represents where many of us find ourselves today, facing the adventure of a future with endless possibility, with the uncertainty and fear that comes with making life-altering decisions, while also being sad about what we leave behind. However, we have all gotten this far, and that is worth celebrating. We did not get here alone. We got here with the guidance of our families, teachers, choir directors, and coaches. All the people who pushed us to be our best when we didn't believe that we could. I would like to say thank you to my teachers, Mrs. Cotreau for making gross things really cool, Mrs. Jones for putting up with us for 2 years in a row, Mrs. Hentz for always lifting my spirits and believing in me, and for the chocolate, and Mrs. Latham, my mom and choir teacher, for that awesome piano lab that helped me enjoy playing piano again. And I know that will provide that for so many other students. I would also like to thank my friends who always made me laugh, all the amazing adults who have loved and influenced me over these 18 years, and ultimately, Mom and Dad. You have set the example and supported me every single step of the way. Without you and your example, I would not be where I am today, going to pursue a degree in music education at the University of Alabama. Thank you. Whether your name gets mentioned from this stage tonight or not, you are here because you have meant something to a graduate today and influenced their lives for the better. Thank you. To my classmates, we are all aware of the unexpected adventures we have had to face over the last 4 years, and even this year specifically. I think if our high school experience can teach us anything, it is this: we never know what's around the river bend. Whether you plan to go to college, the workforce, the military, get your master's or PhD, whether you plan to get married or have kids, it doesn't matter. Plans change, life happens, and our expectations get disturbed. So we can't exactly plan what our future is going to look like, but we can and must decide how we will live our lives. As we face our next adventure, we can remember the support that has gotten us to this point, and remember that it doesn't ever truly go away. Remember all those people who have been there, done that, and still say, you can do it, and you will make it. Remember all the people who have set the admirable example that you look up to. The next phase of life begs the question: who will you emulate and what will you strive for? In the book of Hebrews in the Bible, the author lists all kinds of people who have set examples for him, examples of faith and perseverance and of God coming through in the unexpected. He continues by saying, "Therefore, we also, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily entangles. And let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking to Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. This is how I will strive to live my life." The point is, other people are going to see the example that you are setting for them. What will it look like, and how are you going to get there? I would challenge you to seek truth. Don't accept assumptions. Live with compassion for your fellow man and woman. I have found throughout the past 4 years that it truly is better to give than it is to receive. To fill a need or to make someone else smile has been worth so much to me. That is how the world has changed after all. One need, one person at a time. I want to say congratulations to all of my classmates, and I wish you well in whatever endeavor that you will face next. My friends, we are standing in a bittersweet moment, looking back on what has gotten us to this moment and looking forward to what might possibly lie ahead. This curtain has closed. Many new and wonderful adventures lie ahead of us. But instead of asking, "What will my future be?" let us each answer this question: how will I live my life? Perhaps we will respond as Edward Everett Hale said, "I am only one, but I am one. I cannot do everything, but I can do something. I will not let what I cannot do interfere with what I can do.
As the proud principal of Central High School, I want to add my welcome and thank you for joining us tonight as we celebrate these amazing young people on the floor in front of us. They've done terrific things already, and they will continue to do terrific things. They are an example of what can be. Thank you for the opportunity to be a part of this journey with you. At this time, I would like to ask Mr. Gary King to join me at the podium for the presentation of the class. Would the class of 2023 please stand? Mr. Keene, by the power invested in me by the superintendent, the Board of Education, and the state of Tennessee, I accept and affirm these students as meeting all the requirements for graduation set forth by the Hamilton County Board of Education and the state of Tennessee. Congratulations.
As a past educator at Central High School, past administrator, and a father of 3 boys that all graduated from Central High School, I happily accept this class. With the powers granted me by the state of Tennessee and Hamilton County Board of Education, it's my privilege and honor to accept you, the graduating class of 2023, and I hereby certify that you members, as duly authorized graduates of Central High School, are officially done. Congratulations.
Jasmine Alexandria Long. Alexander Lee Akins. Justin Orlando Almonte. Wilfredo Ariano Mercado. Perry Trinell Armour Jr. Dominique Marquise Armour. Xavier Douglas Ray O'Coin. McKinley James Bacon. Dakota Chase Banther. Tori Tyrell Battle. Cole Dawson Bellamy. Adrian Kimaria Bowers. Malik Eliames Boyd. Shania Cabre Bridges. Braden James Brown. Dylan Whitney Brown. Zechariah Allen Bryant. Amber Michelle Birchfield. Jakai Unique Burnett. Kenneth LeBron Burton Jr. Quentin Lamont Butler. Lakaya Ayana Bird. Destiny Denise Carroll. Matthew Wallace Cartwright. Ikea Renee Charles. Jonathan Michael Chong. Micaiah Niobe Christopher. Serenity Faith Clemens. Adrian Jerome Copeland. Jose Manuel Cortez Jr. Lanaya Shea Crutcher. Christian Nicole Daniels. Noraya Fatima Davenport. Jamarion Deshaun Lee Davis. Nicholas Donye Davis. Tyson Andrew Dean. James Connor DeFazio. Joanna Diaz. Elijah Jacob Dill. Moses Edward Duckett IV. Aliyah Nawan Eason. Supe Robert El Talabani. James Alexander Evans. Mackenzie Brooke Farner. Alyssa Paige Fax. Maurice Elias Filker. Serenity Marie Flowers. Dakota Mason Ford. Wyatt Dean Ford. Raven Brienne Francois. Nasir Elijah Franklin Jackson. Cameron Jamel Freeman. Erickson Manuel Frias Cruz. David Ray Gamble III. Caitlin Elizabeth Garnand. Emily Nicole Gasser. Rain Jordan Glover. Ryan Jordan Glover. Emily Marie Graham. Devin Reiner Gramp. Victoria Elizabeth Graves. Randall Eugene Gray II. Gabriella Marie Gray. Michaela Grace Hadlin. Hayden Dane Harness. Kaylin Marie Harris. Larry Eugene Henderson III. Ayana Nicole Henley. Gregory Keaton Hessen. Anaya Elise Hayward. Cameron Michael Dolan Hook. Austin Caleb Hosey. Connor James Huffman. Kaylee Elizabeth Cheyenne Hughes. Kawan Deshaun Hurd. Cruz Daniel Johnson. Jamison Xavier Johnson. Walisha Alea Rainique Johnson. Marlon Jones Jr. Evian LaShawn Jones. John Dale Edward Jones. Hannah Renee Kersey. Sarah Olivia Johnston. Christopher Forrest West Colleen Jr. Amaya Danielle Landes Feldman. Michael Cooper Laws. Gavin Mackenzie Lewis. Micaiah Alexis Lewis. Brianna Nicole Long. Aaliyah Mairead Madison. London Jamal Martin. William Brock McDaniel. Chloe Isabel McGee. Bailey Elizabeth Moore. Kaylee Nevea Moore. Michaela Ariana Moore. Shanasia Lachelle Morgan. William Andrew Morrison. Garrett Brian Newman. Christopher Jordan Nichols. Kendarius Javion Omar. Julie Ann Ortiz Santiago. Jada Simone Uten. Miranda Ansley Padavana. Michaela Renee Paris. McCory Amon Parks. Kason Wendell Parson Jr. Connor Braden Pell. Jatavion Darnell Pittman. Jackson Alexander Poe. Nicholas Scott Powell. Xander Joseph Powell. Jameer Brian Pruitt. Maisha Jayshuna Pruitt. Taisha Jayshuna Pruitt. Dylan Scott Ramby. Wiley Deshaun Render. Janaria Evelyn Ringer. Dedrick Richard Robertson. Vianney Madeline Rodas. Dewan Rodriguez Sandiford Jr. Dearius Jaquan Sanders. Chloe Inez Sandage. Solomon Dwayne Savage. Alexis Nevea Shoemaker. Jonathan Reed Short. Marquise Thomas Sims. Eric Trammell Singleton Jr. Amoy Colleen Small. Christopher Dwayne Smiley. Donovan James Smith. Michael Lee Smith. Sade Solis Southers. Thea Elizabeth Spots. Matthew David Lowe Standridge. Kyrie Tayshawn Stewart. Kaylin Dominic Taylor. Ciatris Dominique Taylor. Jamarcus Tyrek Thomas. Rihanna Dawn Tipton. Keyston Tony. Marquise Xavier Tony. Trevion Tony. Xavier Chance Torrey. Meryl Rianne Turner. Haley Ray Tuzara. Emily Nicole Valencia. Noah Zane Van Hoosier. Ashley Marie Vaughn. Carmelo Villanueva. Bessie Lynn Walden. Jaquise Annette Walker. Fate Maudlin Wallace. Toriana Ariel Watkins. Brian Lorenzo Weems Jr. Brandon Michael Williams. Eugene LeBron Williams Jr. Coriel Yvette Wimberly. Destiny My Angel Woodjet. Sydney Hope Woodward. J Miracle Renee Wright. Colin Thaxton Young. Olivia Denise Harvest. Riley Glenn Hayden. Sarah Catherine Latham. Seth Isaiah Young. Sydney Chase Torrey. Carson Andrew Sims.
Well, that's a deep subject, but you made it. Let's give a round of applause and let's celebrate these graduates. Wow. Wow. If everyone will please be seated for just a moment longer. Thank you.
We did it, y'all. Good evening. Thank you all again for being here tonight. I want to thank all the teachers, parents, friends, and families for supporting us and help us reach this achievement. Thank you, Riley, for reminding us how much our teachers helped us throughout our high school journey. Thank you, Seth, for reminding us of the many challenges our generation have been through, but even in the face of adversity, we were able to overcome. And to Sarah Catherine for reminding us of how important it is to live a good life and make good decisions. As we come to the end of this ceremony, the end of our high school journey, I want to congratulate each and every one of you on this huge milestone.
Hey, gotta hear my voice one more time. Would everyone please stand for the alma mater, performed by Sarah Catherine and Sydney.
It's on the screen. It's on the screen. It's on the screen.
Unfortunately, I will not be singing.
That's okay. Can't say that.
That's it.